and welcome to Sustainable Prepping, your home for fear-free emergency preparedness and a sustainable life. My name is Brecky, and today I am going to be showing you all the things that I've recently purchased to bulk out my first aid kit. If you're new here, I want to say a great big welcome. I'm so glad you found my slice of the internet. And if you're not new, I want to say welcome back. We've made it to 500 subscribers. I'm back in action for 2022. I'm excited to be bringing you more videos. One of the things you'll notice is I'm not going to do quite the level of production value as I was trying to get to, because setting up all the lights and the fancy camera was just really hard since I have 4 kids who are home all the time. So I figured you'd rather have videos that are a little rougher than no videos at all. So here we go. Here is what I've recently purchased from Amazon. I have got my big box. Yes, it is from the evil empire that is Amazon. I live rurally, and this is one of the places that has good delivery. They do deliver on time. So because of that, I wanted to spend January bulking out my first aid. I am a little concerned about supply chains. I'm watching the news. You're watching the news. We know that China is pushing on Taiwan, and since the US has historically supported Taiwan, one of the best ways to essentially avoid us getting into the conflict is to push on our supply chains. We're seeing that with the microchips, but we're going to start seeing that with medications and things like that. Additionally, we're seeing a surge in my area for unvaccinated folks getting very sick with the coronavirus and in our hospitals. And so because those hospitals are having a lot more people, because there are nurses and doctors getting sick, because there are nurses and doctors getting burned out, I just want to make sure that as much as possible we can treat anything minor we can get done and take care of at home, so that we can have the most comprehensive amount of care at home. Of course, in a true SHTF situation, we would then have these items on hand for basic, stuff, as well as sort of intermediate level stuff. We will talk in a future video about what's worth having on hand for truly big events, and whether or not it's worth you as a lay person having some of these really upscale kinds of medical devices, but that will be a different video. Today I'm showing you everything I've purchased, all the stuff in my box. I ordered a whole bunch of things, and now I'm going to show you what I got, and maybe you can get some ideas for things that'll work for you. All right, the first thing actually is not a medical piece, but I think is worth having and storing maybe near your medical kit, and that is a solar powered lamp. You see this? This is a solar powered lantern. All right, and it's got the solar thing here, and I actually ordered, they come in 2 packs, so there's 2 in this box, and I ordered 2 sets of these. So one set, I'm gonna have one set in our go bags, so the 2 adult go bags will each have one of these, and then I'm gonna have another set in our house. And you just set this out, you let the sunlight absorb here, and then you have a lamp. It has USB charging here, so you could charge your cell phone and so forth. So I'm excited. You can hang them, you can turn it into a spotlight by hanging. And so the lamp is down here. I'm excited to have some solar powered lamps. I looked at some solar powered light bulbs, but because I have small children who break everything, I think something like this would be a little bit more durable for our family. So I'm going to test these out, see how they work, make sure everything is in working order, and then 2 of these will go in our go bags, and 2 of these will be with our emergency stuff. And if you ever need to do first aid in the dark, boom, you are set. All right, the second items also aren't actually first aid, but they are related, and that is these laminated first aid and CPR. Basically, they're like little cheat sheets. And these are laminated and have all kinds of stuff, right? How to identify and take care of snake bites, how to do the Heimlich maneuver. And essentially, these are actually designed for nurses going through their first round of medical nursing school stuff. And I like these. They were about $7. But I like these because if I'm ever out of commission or my husband's out of commission, my kids are grabbing the go box, the medical box, or a neighbor or somebody who doesn't necessarily know this, or you're flustered, you're anxious, something's happened, you're having to try to work through your own, fear and anxiety, you have these, and they're fluid proof, okay? Waterproof or other fluids that could get on them. You don't have to worry about ruining them. They're pretty durable. So I got these to add to our kit, primarily for our kids, but even for myself as a refresher. All right, the next is kind of a luxury item. It's not really medical, but that is Blister Care. Okay, this is Blister Care. And one of these is gonna go in our go bags, and one of these is gonna go in our car kit. And the reason I wanted to have these on hand is if you end up having to do a lot of walking, the last thing you want is to have a blister that then gets infected. That just becomes a whole world of hurt, okay? And part of emergency care is doing as much prevention to prevent something that could go very bad as you can. And so having some good blister care, above and beyond just sticking a Band-Aid on it, will really, really help you. So I'm going to put one in my car kit and put one in one of our go bags. And that way we have lots of good blister care where we will use it most. All right, here we're getting into some of the exciting stuff. I got another pack of calcium alginate dressings, and these just create a sterile, clean environment. The calcium alginate will help the healing process. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, and this is just a box, 10 dressings, and I think I will keep 4 or 5 in my go bag, and then the rest will stay here. I haven't quite decided how I want to split them up, but having these wound dressings are important. I do want to get some more silver-based ones. Those are more expensive. I need to get a foam cover, but for now, these are really, really great, and they'll just keep you clean. They have all the stuff in there, so if you don't want to mess with soaking your gauze in something, these are just kind of ready to go. So I'm adding these to my first aid kit and possibly a couple to our go bag kit. We'll see what I decide there. And then kind of along the same lines, I got some quick clot. Now this is expensive stuff, y'all. This is expensive stuff, but this is super absorbent, going to help if you have a really deep wound, if you have a wound that's gushing. And while I only have 2 of these now, I do plan on getting some more of these and kind of slowly stocking up because they're, like $15 per little tiny package. But I'm gonna have some in my first aid kit and then some in one of my go bag. Quick clot is really, really important. If you have a big wound, you get a really deep laceration, a puncture wound, you need something that will stop the bleeding and keep the space sterile as your body heals together. And so on the note of quick clot, so I have quick clot, I also got a disposable skin stapler. Y'all, I hope I never use this. I hope I never need a disposable skin stapler. What do we do? Okay, I've got some quick clot, but what if we have a really large laceration or a really deep one? And sutures freak me out. I really don't want to have to be in a situation where I have to deal with sutures. So this seemed like a good alternative, not perfect because you'd have to take the staples out, okay? But it's something. I hope that in 5 years or 10 years or whenever this needs to be replaced, I'll throw it away and have never needed it. I hope this is money well wasted. I think I heard Nate from the Canadian Prepper use that phrase. I hope this is money well wasted. Having a disposable skin stapler is something I hope I never actually need. By the way, I'm going to have everything linked down below so you can actually buy exactly what I got off of Amazon. If you're like me and don't have that, you can get everything I'm showing you. I'll just link down below because I've already purchased it. So there you go. I bought a pack of 3 Israeli bandages, also called emergency bandages. And these are basically, they have the dressing and then they have a way where you can wrap around it and create pressure on the wound, and it's all in one bandage. I plan on one of these going in a go bag and the other 2 in our home emergency kit. The idea being if we're bugging out, we're going to grab the emergency kit. The emergency kit's going to go with us. But if for some reason we forget to, or we need something, at home, we have them in our kit as well. So I've got 3 of these, or a pack of 3 of them. I think it was like $15 or I think it was $20 for 3 or $15 for 2. And I was like, it's cheaper to buy 3 of them. So I have 3 of them. I hope, again, these are things I hope I never need, but if I do need them, I have them. Okay, in the same vein as having a disposable stapler, I got 2 packages of this emergency laceration closure. Can you guys see that? This emergency laceration closure it's kind of like a skin tape where you can close the wound by essentially bringing the skin together with this. It's like a skin tape essentially. And this comes with 3 closures, 40 millimeter, 30 millimeter, and 20 millimeter. So they have different widths, I guess. This is latex free, which is good. So, if you have allergies, you can still use it. It's only good for 2 years as far as the expiration date it says, but you know what? I'm sure it will be okay a little bit longer than that. And again, one for my emergency kit at home and then one for either the car kit or the go bag. This is something that we can pull it together, sterilize it, get it cleaned up, pull it together, and then go see a doctor if we need to. But if the ERs are overrun, then we will have to take care of it this way. So having a couple of these on hand, and it's not, I have this, because this is sort of the backup if I run out of this, or this is too small to work on it. So these are kind of in the same category, just multiple methods. I want to show you the fact that I got more headlamps, and these are the LED rechargeable, I think these are the rechargeable headlamps, and then I got 2 battery powered headlamps. So yeah, these are the LED rechargeables, and you know, they come with their recharging cable. They have 2, so 1 for each, and then the headlamp, and I'll show you. Here it is, all unwrapped. So this is the rechargeable headlamp, and I plan on having one of these headlamp in my medical kit. Okay, and I got this idea from the Canadian Prepper. He has that cool roll. I'll link his video. Maybe I'll put it in the sky so that you can see it. I'll link his video. Gave me a lot of ideas. One of the things that Nate from the Canadian Prepper has in his kit is a headlamp, so that if you're having to do any kind of medical care in the dark, you can be wearing a headlamp and you're not searching around for it. I thought that was, I'd never thought of that. So ordered some headlamps. I have a rechargeable headlamp, and then these are, oh, it's a pack of 4. I don't think I realized I bought the pack of 4. These are a pack of 4 battery powered headlamps. And so we have a ton of headlamps. We're gonna have some go in our go bags, some are gonna go in our car kit. I have one there, but I wanna double check that it's okay. And then we're gonna have some with the rest of our emergency stuff for the house, in case, you know, it's dark, we can stick on a headlamp and get the house, you know, organized if there's a power out situation. Okay, the final thing that I purchased that's not a book, I also ordered a couple of books, and I'll do a video on the new books I'm adding to my library in a few days. But the final thing that I ordered is a 2-pack of these hyphen vent chest seals. Okay, these are for gunshot wounds. Y'all, this is a part of a blowout kit, a gunshot blowout kit. Now, I don't have a specific blowout kit. I don't have one together. I'm missing a tourniquet. I know that I need to get one of those. That's on my list for February. But I, again, hope I never, ever need to open this. I hope these stay sealed and I, you know, end up composting them or something. I hope I never, never, never need these, but if I do, this is a 2-pack. I'm considering getting 2 more, again, some for home, some for the car or the go kits. I really hope I never need a gunshot wound kit. I hope I never, ever need to use these, but if I do, I have them. And maybe I don't need them, but maybe, you know, I hear that somebody needs them and I can go grab it and run and give this to someone who can use it. I have it. And it is better to have something I don't really end up needing than to need it and not have it. And I am concerned because a lot of these, if they're not made in the US, you know, some of them aren't made in the US, they're made in China or India, but some of these are made in the US, but they use antibiotics or other pharmaceutical-based items that are made in China. And again, like I said before, with China squeezing Taiwan, they may use their manufacturing and slow down or stop manufacturing as a way to prevent the US from supporting Taiwan. And if that's the case, I want to be ready. So I have a double pack of these. So here is my big Amazon haul of stuff for the first aid kit. I did order all of this myself from Amazon, and like I said, I'll link everything below. This is not comprehensive, and there's a lot of things I know I'm missing. I need to get a tourniquet. I want to get another sling triangle bandage. I have one, but I think we should have 2, one for the car kit, one for home. There are some smaller items, the foam bandage covers, some more burn things that I want to get as I build things out, but I couldn't afford to do it all at once. This box right here represents, you know, about $300 of investment, which is a lot of money. I use my Christmas funds instead of buying clothes or shoes. I bought medical supplies. So if you can't go and get all of this right away, you know, don't stress that you can't invest in all of it. But the point is to look at what you need and think about the most likely scenarios you're going to face. Puncture wounds, lacerations that need stitches are likely things that could happen. They can happen to us today, but if you're doing more around the house work because you're in a shelter-in-place situation, there's extreme weather, so on and so forth, you might want to have ways to deal with that, at least the worst of it, at home, because if our hospitals are understaffed and overwhelmed, you might be safer to treat some of these things at home. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a nurse. I'm not an EMT. I'm not a doctor. So take everything that I advise with absolutely a grain of salt and do your own research and do your own study for what your family needs. So comment down below and let me know, what are you adding to your medical first aid kit, to your medical preps? Are there some things that seem glaringly missing? I will link my first aid kit video. I have a couple of specialty items already. You know, I have a blood pressure monitor and then a couple of ox pulsometers and things like that. So let me know what you would add. Are there some things here in the kind of laceration care kits and burn kits that you think I am missing? I'd love to hear what you have to say. I know there's a few things, like I said, the foam bandage and some silver alginate, but are there other things that you would recommend? If you have a good suture kit that has dissolving sutures that you can get for an affordable price, let me know. That might be something I end up getting in the future. Later on this week, I'm going to have my dental kit that I'm putting together, as well as a review of some books that I've ordered. So I've got a whole bunch of videos coming up. I'm so excited to be back behind the camera and filming for you. If you want to hang out with me outside of YouTube, my links to my Instagram and the Facebook page are down below. I'd love for you to come and hang out. I really enjoy the conversations that we have and the way that we're sharing information and building a fear-free community. I hope you guys are all doing well. And until the next video, happy prepping.